It's Brandy,
And Amy.
and welcome back to Solidified Blackness. So we just have a few things on our agenda tonight. So first, we're going to talk about quick hair growth schemes. My experience with them, honestly, I haven't did too many of them because, for one, my hair already take a long time, so I'm pretty lazy with my hair. I don't be trying to do anything extra that I feel like I don't need to do. When I first went natural, I experimented a little bit with, the massaging method of your scalp. I legit remember me laying upside down on the bed trying to make something happen, but I only did that a few times. Other than that, I personally haven't tried any. Because after a while I was being like very pressed over my hair, but after a while I thought about like, okay, like you just gotta relax and just let your hair grow, because it's not gonna grow overnight no matter what you do. Like, yeah. I remember back then there was a lot of videos saying like, do this to make your hair grow overnight and da da da, but it's like, is it really growing?
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your experience?
Yeah, I haven't done any quick hair growth schemes either. The most I would do is I would do like a oil concoction or whatever, just to help stimulate my scalp and increase hair growth. But as far as like the overnight growth trends that I would see on YouTube, it's not really your hair growing. It's just that your hair is more stretched out than it was the day before, which makes it look like your hair's grown an inch overnight, but it really hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I have used rice water. I know that's like a big thing in the natural hair community, but I haven't seen any hair growth from it. It does help with shedding, but that's all I can really relate to rice water with that. But your hair's gonna grow if you take care of it. So don't try to run and do all these quick hair schemes. Just take care of your hair.
And yeah, I know that can sound like a lot, especially if your hair is longer. But while it's short, I just want everybody to enjoy that stage. That is like the funnest stage.
Oh my God, I miss it, because like I never used to have to section my hair, and now I cannot do my hair without section at all.
Because I remember when I first realized I had to start sectioning my hair, because like my hair was starting to get longer, and I'm just like, okay, so why my hair starting to tangle up a lot? Right. And then when I saw people doing section, I was just like, that is a lot, but like you really have to detangle your hair.
Yes.
Depending on your texture. Unfortunately, I have to section.
Oh yeah, it's nothing gonna be done over here without sections.
Yes, like okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was gonna go through. I didn't know you were still saying. I was
just gonna say, like, when your hair is shorter, it's just so much easier washing it in the shower, or even if you wash your hair in the sink. But just having that little TWA and just washing it is just so much easier.
Yes, I remember when I cut my hair, I got in the shower. I said, "Oh my gosh,
the life."
Yeah, man. Okay. Your take on wearing non-stretch styles. So me, I am a wash and go lover. Only because, yeah, like I said, my hair be taking a lot of time. So the washing process, I've gotten actually pretty good at like washing my hair at most 20 minutes. Today, honestly, I washed my hair in about 10 because I pre-pooed again. And then especially when I'm coming from a twist out style, it's easier because my hair is stretched. So my hair isn't as tangled as in its natural state. So that's the only downside to not wearing stretch styles. If you're just wearing your hair out like in a wash and go, your hair just gets tangled easier. But I just be for it because it just take me 10 minutes to do a wash and go. And then I'm done.
Yeah. So like I like wash and goes because like you said, they are very quick. Takes about 20 minutes. But the tangles that comes for me after a wash and go is just I don't like it. Which is why I always go for like a braid out or a twist out. It's not so much that I don't like my hair and it's not even natural state because it's some some manipulation to it, but I don't know. It's just not worth all the tangles to me on that next wash day. So I'd rather just keep my hair stretched just to make it a little bit easier for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes, if you go longer too, like than a week not washing your hair, again, depending on texture. But for me, if I go longer than that, like it can really be a disaster. I know what I'll be getting myself into though. Yeah. But I just, when I do things like that, I just try to be extra careful with my hair when it comes to detangling. Actually, not too long ago, like I just started like effectively detangling my hair, probably maybe like a year ago. Because I used to, before I started using brushes or combs or anything, I used to strictly use my fingers, but I never used to get all the way up to my roots. So my hair was never completely detangled.
Yeah.
And I always used to realize that, like, if I had to blow dry my hair to go get it done at, like, if I'm getting braids or something like that, and like, they'd be like, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to do a little better. So yeah, I've found the importance of that.
Yeah. I probably don't tend to my roots as much as I should. I should probably work on that. Because I feel like the ends is really what's tangled the most. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but when you don't mess with the roots for real, I don't know. I just noticed that, like, compared to now and what I used to do, it's just like sometimes for me, like, if I do a wash and go and like my hair isn't completely detangled at the roots, it's like I can kind of tell, like, after I do my style, like,
Okay.
they don't look as, I'm trying to say, like, my roots just, it'll be a little puffier, you know, like day one or whatever, but it's like the rest of my hair be looking like day one except for the roots, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's why I was just like, all right, I'm gonna start. I had something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. So there's
Maybe
that.
back.
Yeah, it would come back. Manipulation styles. You don't like your natural hair. Now,
Okay.
yeah, like you were saying, like that don't mean you don't like your texture. Like people have personal preference for their hair. Like
So
just because you're doing. Oh,
I
go ahead.
brought up that topic because I saw a tweet
Ooh.
and this girl was saying how, like, yeah. So the girl was saying, basically saying that, twist outs and braid outs, you're altering your natural hair and you're like ashamed of it because you're not wearing it, fresh out the shower. And I'm just like, sis, are you gonna come detangle this hair on wash day? Because I don't think some people wear those styles because they don't like their hair. It's because it's easier for them. Well, at least for me. It's way easier for me to do a twist out and let it last the entire week than me hopping out the shower and just moisturizing and go. Like that's going to be a disaster for me.
Yeah, because like, yeah, like you said, that doesn't mean that because like your hair is in a more manageable state. So
Yeah,
I get why people do that often. Or sometimes people don't like the shrinkage that they get from a wash and go.
yeah,
That's a stretch style. But that's personal preference. And that don't mean that you don't like your hair because you're still wearing your hair out.
right.
Like you just wearing it in a style, like your style, your preferred style, your go-to style.
Right. I just feel like people always got something to say. Like either, you're not natural, you're natural. You're wearing your natural hair, but you need to wear it this way. Like let people do what they want to do.
Yes, and then like every time like I used to like wear a protective style or something like that. Like somebody always used to say something like, "Well, I like when your hair's out." Okay, so do y'all want to come do my hair? Like
Right.
I want a break from my hair. People don't understand. Like it's literally a task. Your hair can take all day. Like that's why you got to clear some time. Like if you're doing like a style or something like that. Like and people don't get that because like it is high maintenance, honestly.
Natural hair is a job for sure.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
full-time job.
And I remember when, like, around the time when my hair started getting longer, and I used to dread washing my hair so much. I still do now, but not as much
Mm-hmm.
because, like, I kind of get myself in a mindset, like, all right, I need to do this, like, and then just get going. I used to just drag my feet on it because it can be a lot, and like, it can really be time consuming, and
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand.
Like when I was relaxed, I could wash my hair, blow dry it, flat iron it in like an hour, maybe an hour 30. Now wash days, sometimes I like prolong it by leaving deep conditioner
Mhm.
in for like an hour or two.
Two
But
hours, maybe 3.
yeah, if I end up, cleaning up around the house, that's just what it is. But it definitely is a way longer routine with natural hair for sure.
Yeah. Single strand knots. So me, I have experienced single strand knots. So when you wear your hair in its natural state, aka like a wash and go, it is more prone to single strand knots, and I mostly get it like towards the back of my hair because that's where my hair coils the tightest. So now, usually when I go to sleep, I used to just sleep on my hair any type of way, like just go to sleep. I try not to do that anymore. Either I do 2 or 1 ponytails, just depending, or something similar to a pineapple, just so it's not as much pressure on the back of my hair. And that helps with my knots a lot. So also, if you are experiencing a lot of single strand knots and you're doing those things, you need to get your ends cut. Yeah, because they just wrap around each other.
Yeah, I don't do wash and goes too much. It's really like a spare the moment type thing for me. So yeah, I really don't get single strand knots that much.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next on the docket.
Insecure about your hair texture. So I think that kind of flows into that conversation we had about the tweet. But also it can be easy to be insecure about your hair texture. Also, because when we talked about hair typing last episode, you know, we just look at different curl types as superior. Like I remember, like I said last time, like for instance, like the Glam Twins and Natural Niecy. I just knew my hair was gonna grow out like theirs. Because like you can see all their length, but they have a different curl pattern. And I used to fantasize about that, like, why isn't my hair doing this? And I just wish it looked like that. So that can, like, seeing stuff like that on the internet, just like looser curls, because like I've seen some tutorials where like we were talking about sectioning off, like some people can just wash their hair without sectioning off and just easily just go like that. It's like it can be easy to be insecure about your hair type, but I've learned to love mine. It's just all about learning your hair. And once you learn your hair, that's where the love will come from.
Right. Like starting out, like you said, you're fantasizing about different hair types. Like I wanted that wet and go hair, like shower, maybe, you know, a couple bars of products and go. But the way my mama and daddy hair is set up, that's not what I was given. So yeah, you definitely have to learn your hair and take care of it. And you know, as you see it flourish and grow, you'll appreciate it. So, you know, love what God gave you and make it work.
Yes, and run with it.
So this isn't like on our list, but it just came to me. How do you feel about people doing like texturizers? Like, yeah.
I ain't with none of that.
I mean, sis, do what you want with your hair, but I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me because your roots are gonna keep growing naturally. So are you gonna keep this going?
Yeah, this is like you got to keep doing it. I mean, that's similar to a perm for real. But it's just like you're doing a texturizer to do that. So it's like, yeah, the maintenance just seems out of pocket. Like, oh man, like oh my gosh, it's so.
Sometimes I get down rabbit holes on YouTube and I watch videos of people doing texturizers and there's like, oh, my hair was way more like, way more manageable now. And they just be like, I love it. Like it's moving. I'm just like, girl, I mean, if you like it, I love it. But
right. And I just
should have kept the king.
Okay, hair porosity. Boom. So
what's yours?
My hair is low porosity and yours is
normal, which I didn't realize is like you're super lucky if you have normal hair porosity, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, so with low, it's terrible. Like I can literally drown my hair in water and I will touch it, like it'll feel slightly damp, but yeah.
So the moisture doesn't absorb in your hair.
Like I gotta work extra hard for it to. Like especially like if I'm styling my hair, let's say for instance I'm doing a wash and go and I'm doing the section and I'm spraying it. I mean my hair feel like I said, like slightly damp, but then it's just like not really. So it's just like I gotta work extra hard to work my products in my hair because it feels like my hair is trying to fight it.
Wow.
It sucks. Especially like when your hair is starting to get like when you get to the end of your style, you know, as the style gets older, and I just be touching my hair and it really just be feeling like a Brillo pad, like super easy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I had did the test and everything.
Yeah. So even like, do you layer products still in like how long does moisture last you?
Probably maybe 2 days, honestly.
Wow. And then you have to like re-moisturize and all that.
Remoisturize, or like I make sure when I take a shower that that I'm in there long enough for the steam to do a little
Okay.
something. Normally that helps really good. And sometimes I'm in the shower and the steam, like your hair get wet sometimes. You're in there for a minute. Like
Yeah.
mine's maybe feel wet for like maybe 1 or 2 minutes and then
Mm-hmm.
but I think my hair is absorbing it. But yeah, it's just really hard. Like when I first style my hair, it's just like my hair just to the touch, it doesn't feel wet. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
so interesting how everybody's hair is so different. Like,
Right, but it be seeming like in some ways it's like with some people it's the same, but like it
yeah,
really ain't.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't really touch anymore next. I feel like, if I talk about it, it's gonna be like, girl, my hair don't do that. Once I moisturize it, it's good.
so you
But
can moisturize like once a week and be good.
I think I can go about a good 5 days with my hair still feeling moisturized. And then, when I put it in a puff, I might spritz it with a little leave-in water mixture. But I'm pretty good until the next wash day. It doesn't feel like a Brillo pad or anything.
Yeah, that's cool. Cause like mine's is feel moisturized. Like if I did like a bun or something like that, like when I took those Bantu knots out that I had, my hair felt like super soft. But that's because my hair was just in that.
Uh,
But oh, mm-mm.
I kind of wish I could just like take pieces of everybody's like hair and just make my own little concoction. But life doesn't work like that. So what's next?
Okay, other
Oh,
topics.
was that
Yeah, we got the
is our hair
colorism. Yeah, that was in what I got. Yeah, the most recent one. Yeah.
talk? Okay. All right, so now we're going to introduce a new segment on the podcast. It's going to be called the Black Agenda, or basically we're just going to discuss different things that affect us as Black people. So today we are going to speak about colorism in the Black community. So do you have any initial thoughts about that?
It's very real.
It is.
We got skin tones that's superior to other skin tones. And honestly, that's not, I don't want to say not fair, but we all know it's not fair. Because we get into the conversations about personal preference when it comes to dating and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's seen that darker skinned women, aren't as beautiful as lighter skinned women.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is not true. I've seen so many darker skinned women, and like, it's not a compliment ever if somebody say, "Oh, you're cute for a dark skinned girl," or "You're cute for your," you know what I'm saying? Like, that's never okay.
Yeah.
And literally, people be taking the time to say that out their mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and they be so serious. And it's just like, no, no, we're all in this, right? And especially all this stuff that we're going through right now with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I just want people to be aware of what they're saying out their mouths and how it affects somebody and how it can affect somebody.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, we're all Black. No matter how you bring it out, we're Black,
Mm-hmm.
But I really think it kind of boils down to, like, how can I say this? So, like, my parents, they've never made me feel like I'm not pretty or beautiful because I'm brown skin. Like, they always, I'm sorry, I had a text message. They've always built me up with that. But I think it kind of sucks for people that didn't have that growing up.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that self-confidence and you go to school and you see, all these light-skinned girls and, they're being praised, but you're not, then you're not gonna have that confidence. So I definitely think it helps if you're introduced to that early,
Mm-hmm.
loving your brown skin or your light skin, however,
And I hope everyone that isn't introduced to that early, they're able to see that like later in life, because I really think that's important to focus on, with loving yourself. Because like I'll go back to a moment when I was younger, like I was really young, that I thought about like a few weeks ago. And I remember me and my mom, we were in the store. And this is kind of in regards to that topic. And we were looking at dolls or whatever, and she picked up a doll to buy me, and it was a black doll. And I was like, "Mommy, I want the white doll."
Mm-hmm.
Was so serious, like, but I didn't know any better. But that was just based off of things that I had seen. And she was like, don't ever say that again. Your skin is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And like from that point on, like that stuck with me because it is, it's nothing better than being comfortable in your skin, especially now because you have to be. Because you never know when something's going to happen or somebody going to say something out of pocket to you. But right now it's just normal. Right. So that confidence is very important.
Yeah, colorism, I wish it wasn't a thing, but it is. But everybody just, be aware of what you're putting out into the world.
And you be hearing a little rapper talking about a fine yellow bone, always a yellow bone.
Yeah.
Like.
And I feel like it's like 3 brown skin or dark skinned women that's praised in the industry, but that's another topic for another day. I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, what else do we have? Embracing your Blackness. So how do you embrace your
How do I?
Yeah.
So as of lately, especially since I lost all my weight and stuff like that, because honestly, growing up, I wasn't a confident girl. I was more on the bigger side. Honestly, in elementary school, I used to get bullied a little bit for my weight. Even by some of the people I hung out with, or like through middle school, it's just like I was always the chubby girl and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. So it took me a while to get here. But when I lost my weight last year, I don't care. Like everything about me, I love everything about me. And if nobody else loves that or whoever I'm interacting with then it don't matter to me. I'm all about like being me in any, I was about to say in any space I'm in. You
have to play the game.
For the most part. Yeah. But I know how to maneuver myself to still be me, though, in a way that I know I can be, depending on the space. But like, yeah, I'm all for that,
Well, yeah, I have to agree. Like, I would never tone down my Blackness for somebody else. Now, I'm not gonna act how I would with my friends in like a professional setting or anything like that, but it's never as if I'm trying to be someone else. Like I'm always gonna be Amy, like a Black woman. I'm a Black woman first before anything. So
right.
Yeah.
And like I hate those people that be downgrading their Blackness and you can tell that they be doing that. Mm-hmm. And I just be like, you don't even gotta do that. Like, cause like it's so many people that are out here creating an avenue for themselves. Like, and I want people to know that they can do that. Like, it's literally okay. Don't downplay yourself because you want this, that, and the third, because you honestly don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, what's the biggest thing you've learned or realized now being, you're what, 20, 25?
I'm 26.
Being a young adult now. I'm sorry?
I wish I was 25.
Oh, okay. In your 20s, let's just say that.
The biggest thing I've realized, I don't know, like come back to me.
Okay, I was hoping that you had something because I was still trying to keep something in my mind. But let me see. It's not even anything that I've really learned. Like my parents have always told me that, you have to work twice as hard as white people, just to get half of what they have. And just now really setting into adulthood, I'm seeing that to be true. Not even as I doubted it, but younger, you can't relate to that. You're just like, okay, like whatever. But yeah, especially being like a young professional, you definitely have to work twice as hard as them just to get half of what they have. So
yeah, and that's true. I guess the biggest thing I've learned that goes back to just being myself. Honestly, I love making white people feel uncomfortable. I do. I love it. I remember I used to be at work and like just like my hair and like my tattoos, it just seemed like in my piercing, it just seemed like it intimidates some people. That's why I love doing what I want, because it's just like people be like, oh, she's in that position and she look like that. Yeah. and what? Because like you can get to where somebody else is, but like you said, you got to work harder. But honestly, nothing feels better than being in that position. you
Mm-hmm.
know, based off of the hard work that you've put there. And my mom, you know, my mom always taught me, she was all about, you know, being independent. You don't need no man, and I don't. or,
The
no
bone.
man or anybody
Mm-hmm.
to get where you want to be. So like, yeah, the biggest thing I've learned is, yeah, like definitely it's important to work hard for me and be yourself while you're doing it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have to completely agree.
Yes.
Let's see. All right, so our last topic for this segment is going to be natural bodies versus surgically enhanced bodies. So when I was thinking of this topic, it was more so how Black men, they like a voluptuous body. And you know, every Black woman isn't built with that. Like me, I'm slim, not slim thick. I'm slim. I be trying to get the slim thick. It's not working. It's not in the cards for me. I don't know. Maybe I gotta pop out a baby in order to be thick. But no, we're not. I'm not built like that. So, um, I don't. I don't know. Would you enhance your body if you had the money?
Personally, I'm going to, and I'm claiming I am going to get my boobs done before I'm 30.
Okay.
That's really the only thing I want to change, and that's just some insecurities I've had since a young age. So whenever I got boobs, whenever that happened, they've been the same size ever since.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. They have no shape. You know, everybody has the one bigger than the other.
Yeah.
My bigger one is way bigger than the other one, and they don't sit. Like, I don't mind small boobs,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have a shape. So like when I do, like, I don't want like C's or anything like that. Honestly, I probably would get like either a low C or like a the biggest size B. I just want them to sit up.
Okay.
And that's personal preference for me. I don't see anything wrong with surgically enhanced bodies, but it seems as if they're glorified.
Yes.
For one, a lot of people be getting surgery and don't be trying to say they got surgery. Girl, you did not look like
This is
that.
my gym routine.
Like
500
I see
squats.
I see all the previous pics that you deleted.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be trying to be on the hush hush about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'm just not a fan of people that make their body look very unrealistic.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about proportions. And then it's just like, is that squeezable? I just be confused.
Right.
Because
Looking
it's
like
just so, because
concrete.
you see some of them and it just be so out of pocket. I just be
Yeah.
like, why did you do
Like that's not even
like
realistic.
that's what I'm saying. So like I'm all about people making themselves happy and all that. Just own up to it and just do what you gotta do. But other than that, it's just like I just don't like how, like, if you'll listen to a song or something like that and somebody rapping and they always talking about, for instance, going back to the yellow bone with the fat ass and
Yeah.
the big titties, and I just be like, okay, so you know there's other bodies out here, you know, like, because everybody don't got the money to do that, or just in general, like some people are comfortable with their bodies the way that they are and they aren't necessarily what they're talking about in their songs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm for it, but I just don't like how it can come off at times.
Yeah. I have my days where like I'm in the mirror and I'm like, I like this cute little petite frame, like because I'm not a stick, but I don't have like hips and dips and all that in there. So
The
like
dips.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, if I had the money, like I would do it, or
Mhm.
I'm gonna save up to do it. But I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm gonna be like when I do have kids, if I have kids. So I don't know.
Your boobs will probably get bigger.
Yeah, but I'm okay with my boobs, honestly. Like they're okay. I just need something in the back.
Just got it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there does definitely need to be more love,
Yeah,
across
you know,
all body
body
types.
love.
But I'm not opposed to people getting their bodies done. Do what's gonna
Mhm.
make you happy.
Yeah, and I'm for all that. Now me, when I started going to the gym or whatever, like I can kind of, you can create the body you want. Well, to a certain extent, I can't grow boobs, but you can be in the gym working on the glutes and all that. That's
Yeah.
an option too. But a lot of times, like a lot of people want the easy way out too, and I get that too because the gym
Hmm.
is a lot of work. Just different avenues for different people.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't work out, so I was like, yeah, I got a payment plan. What's up?
No, they do though. They do.
Don't tell me that, because we get another
No,
stimulus. I'm gonna be right in
there are
there.
payment plans. Yeah, a lot of places have payment plans.
See, don't tell me that, Brandy.
And
20.
honestly, work don't even be that much though. So when I actually got a consultation when I did live in Norfolk or whatever. Like last, I think it was last September. Wow, time flies. Yeah, and it was only for everything I needed to get done and the placement and all that, it was only gonna be 6,000 something. So the only people that really be costing a lot is like the well-known names,
Okay.
like Miami and shit like that. Like they'd be like 12,000 and all that or more because of the name. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear my little Dax, but he's whining.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, he did good though. He did good.
Oh, shut up. What are you doing? Oh, he in the bed. Sad he not in here. He in here. His bed is right by my door, so he in here like.
So
That is the end.
that concludes episode 102.
102.
Okay.
I didn't do the 2.
More to go. Oh, 102. So this has been another episode of Solidified Blackness.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.